Hey guys, welcome to Oxman Garage. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more S550 Mustang content just like this. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to install a subwoofer in your S550 Mustang. That's going to cover the 2015 to 2023. So as you can see, I have some subwoofers on the table right here. These two you can kind of identify. These are from an S550 Mustang. You have the earlier subwoofer, which is from a 15 to 17. This is the shaker. And this is a smaller subwoofer. I believe this is a 8-inch. And this is what would come with the Elite sound system package in the 15 to 17. And they later on moved on to a larger subwoofer, which I believe is a 10-inch. And this was part of the Elite package. So the base sound system in your S550 Mustang was a 6-speaker. And then then you went up to a 9-speaker package, which was either the shaker or the B&O. And then you had the 12-speaker package, which included a subwoofer. So if your car did not come with a subwoofer, I'm going to show you guys my setup that I have in my car for a subwoofer. It's not really a how-to step-by-step, but I'm just going to show you how it was installed in my car. And I'm actually not going to be using a big speaker box. I'm actually going to be using a stock S550 speaker box, and I'm going to be putting this subwoofer in the opening of here. All right, so we're going to start at the engine bay, and look at that Stage 2 Roush supercharger. That looks so beautiful. Anyways, so we are going to start at the battery. So at the battery, we have a 4-gauge power wire that goes to a fuse. And you want the fuse to be closest to the positive terminal. And I have it unplugged right now because I'm working on it. But this 4-gauge power wire goes through the firewall and then continues down the door sill inside the carpet, and it's zip tied with the existing car harness there, and then it comes underneath here and then goes all the way over here to the amplifier. All right, so then if we come down here, you can see that here's the amplifier. This is a 600-watt amplifier, and the power wire comes in, and then you have a grounding wire. So the grounding wire needs to go to the frame, something that's thick in metal. You don't want to just do it on sheet metal, but something that it bolts into. And so here, it's right back here. It's right where a bulkhead is, or frame support for the convertible. So you want to have a good ground. And next is this little blue wire. The little blue wire runs all the way up to the head unit, and it lets the amplifier to know it to turn off after the car is turned off. And then next you're going to have your speaker wire source. So right here, these are speaker wires, and this right here comes all the way over here, right here, and then this actually ties into one of the speakers. So you want to get that signal that's going to let the amplifier know when to hit bass. That's the best way I can explain it. And anytime you install these amplifiers, you want to make sure that they're bolted down. So right now this isn't bolted down, and when you're going to be driving around, this is going to be banging around. You don't want that. You always want this to either have Velcro on the bottom, or you need to bolt it down. So we're going to bolt this down. We're going to keep it right here. Okay, and then right here, this big wire, this is going to go to the subwoofer. And then this guy right here is from the speakers. That's getting plugged in over here because I'm only doing one subwoofer. This has the option to do 2 subwoofers, like 300 watt, but I'm just doing one. So that's the wiring setup, and this is the location where I'm putting the amp. So as you can see, I have 2 of the subwoofer boxes in the S550 trunk. Now this is a convertible car. We're working on Project Fobra. This is a 2016 Mustang GT convertible that we're slowly converting into a GT500 clone. So check out the playlist if you want to see more about this project. So anyways, if you look at the trunk area, we have this subwoofer box. And if you have a convertible, you don't have a lot of space to begin with. And this really just takes up all the space. I really like the stock subwoofer, how it fits right there in that location, because I like to go on road trips. I like to go to car shows, have like a canopy in here, some lawn chairs, a cooler. I really like to utilize my trunk space. So this big, bulky subwoofer box really doesn't work for me. So I really like the stock subwoofer. And if I can put this speaker in there to make that work, that works for me. Also, they also sell an aftermarket subwoofer box that actually fits in this area and bolts into the existing mounting holes that are in there. So it's nice that the stock subwoofer and these aftermarket ones, and I'll show you a picture right here. If you do a Google search for 2015 to 2023 or S550 Mustang subwoofer, you'll see a picture of these aftermarket ones where they actually fit right here in that corner. And if you want to do dual subwoofers, you can actually possibly put another subwoofer back in here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this Alpine S subwoofer, which is a 600 watt, and we're going to put it in this stock B&O subwoofer box right here. So I'm hoping it fits. I don't know if it's going to, but this is going to be a test fit. And I really don't want to buy another speaker. I was really lucky to have this on hand. Just looking at these subwoofers, you can definitely tell what one is better than the other. So you got the stock one where this is, I believe this is paper. This thing weighs like maybe 3-4 pounds. And then you have this Alpine speaker. This thing is like, oh, it's like 10 pounds. You just know that this is a way, way better speaker. Oh man, look at that. It fits. That is awesome. The only thing is that I can see is this little tab up here. I'm gonna have to get this little tab out of here. And then the bolt pattern is completely different. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. That shouldn't be a problem. We'll just have to drill the new pattern here and use some screws to bolt that in there. I'm going to take this old harness out. Alright, so on the back here we got the hole, and I got this rubber grommet right here. We're going to put that there, and then here is the speaker wire for the subwoofer. We're going to get some red tape to identify which one's going to be the positive, so we don't mix these up on both sides. And we're going to run this through, and we're going to get the subwoofer bolted in. All right, so we're gonna get everything out of the trunk. Let's put this stuff over here because I need to remove this right here. I believe they went through that. I'm gonna have to cut that off, but I got to remove this right here and put the subwoofer carpet felt on. All right, so if you take a look right here in the trunk, if your car didn't come with a subwoofer, there's still going to be the provisions for the mounting holes here. They just put tape on here. You just need to peel this tape off. And then you'll see the threaded holes and what you need to put the bracket on. So then here is a stock bracket. And then that's going to get bolted on right here. And all those mounting locations line up. And luckily we have the hardware. You can find these brackets on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. All right, so we're going to put the bracket and the felt in at the same time. You just want to remove this little grommet right here. So as you can see, I put the bracket through the felt, through the bottom, and I'm kind of putting it all in together. And now we want to bolt. And you'll see the little nub back here, that needs to go in that little grommet hole, or that hole that I just took the grommet out of. And then you just need to line up the holes and then start putting the hardware in. Right, put the subwoofer in. We're going to run the cable right behind here, all the way that way. All right, so we got the amplifier bolted down. If you look down here, I put a piece of wood and I bolted it to the sheet metal, and they have screws going through that wood down there. So the amplifier is bolted down. I got that booster pump over there. It's staying there with Velcro. So those two items are tucked back there. Subwoofer is all bolted in. We got the wires hooked up to the amplifier, and then we just hooked up the battery with the power cable, so we're going to test the sound now. I can't use regular music because it's copyrighted, so I have to use it on my phone. That sounds really good. Nice little thump. All right, guys, gonna wrap up this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this. Make sure you check out the playlist for the Fobra project. It's got a whole bunch of videos coming at you in the future. I also have a playlist for S550 how-to, taking off bumpers, doors, everything in this car. So like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. This is Josh with Oxman Garage.